Anna, yes, in a word, we are later this week, but what a grey old morning it's been, hasn't it? That fog is only just about lifting, and it's still pretty murky in places. It's grey for another reason further west. Yes, we've got some rain, as you can see here on our latest rainfall chart. You can see it's pushing its way northwards, so I think there'll be some particularly heavy rain through the evening rush hour across the likes of Northern Ireland and western Scotland. Otherwise, it's no great hurry to get into other western parts of England and Wales, but it will be a rather grey afternoon here, with the rain making some inroads. And even further west, we've a lot of mist and murk left around, some fog over the hills. So the picture here in London, a really rather gloomy one, is fairly typical of the rest of eastern areas. So if we do see some sunshine, you could get up to 13 degrees, but for most it's not going to feel particularly pleasant out and about with that rain and increasingly strong wind, even some local gales for a time, not as windy as later in the week. So it's not going to feel particularly pleasant, but it's not going to be particularly cold either overnight, because that rain, as you can see, edges its way gradually eastwards, so a blanket of cloud. But that rain also tends to fizzle out, although most of us will see, well, a good couple of hours of rain at least, which is good news for some of the gardeners still. And then it turns a little bit misty and perhaps chilly across Northern Ireland. But I think, despite the fog this morning, it should clear more quickly tomorrow morning in the west. But something to watch out for. And then it will be a much brighter start to the day for most of us. Now that rain drags its heels across the northeast of Scotland and eastern parts of England, say Lincolnshire, East Anglia and the southeast, but it should be gone by lunchtime. And then, as you can see, it's much brighter for all and drier for Northern Ireland, although the showers will start to gather later in the afternoon in the west. But on the whole, with lighter winds, more sunshine than today, it should feel a bit more pleasant if you're out and about. But make the most of it, because although the fine weather should last for Scotland on Thursday, all will change further south and west. Here the cloud gathers again, the wind strengthens and brings us some rain. So all parts getting some rain, I think, by the end of Thursday and into Friday. And that's tied in with quite a major area of low pressure running in. Anna was indicating the potential for stormy weather later in the week, and it's this area of low pressure we're concerned about. Take away the rain, I think the main concern really has to be the strength of the wind. It looks like some of the strongest winds at the moment are likely to hit Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, down to North Wales, but potentially even the central lowlands seeing some damaging gusts of wind later this week. Now, I've got to say it's not unusual, of course, for autumn, although it has been a quiet autumn so far, but we do need to fine-tune the detail on later in this week. But one thing I think we are fairly confident of at this stage is it should be a brighter day for most of us tomorrow, and significantly drier too for Northern Ireland. Anna.
Thank you, Helen.